and welcome to another issue of Pop Culture News and Reviews, issue 54.
54.
I'm Anthony, joined by Sevi,
Hello.
and we're here to give you all the week's news in the world of pop culture.
That we are.
Mate,
We are.
I was going to say jump straight into it, but what have you been watching?
Mate, I watched Batman Dying is Easy by Bat in the Sun.
Right, yes, okay. 20 minutes, right? 20 minutes?
Yeah, 20 minutes, half hour.
Yeah, so Bat in the
Nice
Sun,
little short
these guys
story.
did all the, they did a Nightwing series a while ago.
They've done all the, like, Deadpool versus
verses,
Deathstroke,
yeah.
and they're at the conventions and take people's votes, and then they'll make a
and they do a bunch of
short film on it.
really good cosplay, pretty much.
Oh, awesome.
And their effects are great.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, for what
Awesome
they
stuff.
are and where they started. Like, we've watched these guys for a while. They're pretty bloody good. I saw this pop up, actually.
This is it's a fan service film funded by the fans.
Because they did it on Patreon, didn't they?
No, Indiegogo.
Oh, yeah.
It was done through Indiegogo, and came out 3 days ago. It's got over 2 million views already, so it's tracking nicely,
Killing it along.
nicely. And it's a really good film. Like, it's really good.
This is what I mean. I was going to watch it, and I scrolled through the comments first.
Well, that's a bad idea.
I know, and the comments weren't kind, and I was like, 20 minutes? What am I doing right now?
I mean, if you did that, you wouldn't watch WandaVision either,
I mean, I
because
would.
the comments weren't kind.
Yeah, but I'm not a Batman fan, so that's the problem.
Yeah.
You know?
It was good. It was good. It was a good little. You know it was fan made. You know, you're not going into it thinking it's got a budget of $400 million. It is what it is. It's just a little fan service film, and it was
character driven.
It
right?
was good.
That's what it was after. Yeah.
It's a little story between Batman and the Joker. I don't want to. No, I suppose I can, because it's, if you're going to watch it, you're going to watch it. If you're not, you're not. It's basically 3 cops have gone missing, and then Batman finds out off Bullock that the Joker's dying. He's in Arkham, so he goes to see him, and it turns out the Joker's giving him a spiel and goes into talking about how he killed Robin and all that, and it turns out that Batman was playing him the whole time. He wasn't dying. He thought he had melanoma and he was dying from cancer, and he wanted Batman to kill him.
Right.
He wanted it to end grand. He didn't want to end on
Just slipping away. Yeah.
oof. He wanted it to be a grand fight and to the end, and then because Batman turns out in the end wanted to get information from him.
Sorry, guys.
And so he did that, and then he ended up telling him, you're not dying. I falsified the toxicology reports and all that. You're not dying at all. You don't have cancer. He goes, but I know I'm dying. He goes, no, I've been poisoning your water for the last couple of weeks.
Oh, my God.
You're not dying at all. I knew that if I would get you to say you're dying and then play it on that, you would slip away and you would become unhinged and and then you'd tell me everything that I needed to know. And that was it. I was like, okay, cool.
That is that's brutal, actually.
Yeah. And you get to see Ivy's in it, Hugo Strange.
A couple of big actors playing these characters too, right? From what I saw, I think.
Riddler's in it. Oh, I can't remember the names. No, Ivy and that isn't.
I think Amy Johnson was.
Amy Johnson, the stunt woman.
Yeah.
She's in it as Harley because she's played Harley before in their stuff. And so she makes a return as Harley, and she's awesome.
Does a good Harley voice.
Who else is in it? Killer Croc shows up. Weird looking mask. Wasn't a fan of that. Same guy, the writer of it, who plays the Joker, who he's played the Joker in, I think, all of them. Who else? I'm trying to think of any other villain. Oh, Catwoman shows up at the very end on a rooftop with bats. That's cool.
So a cool little fan service bit. Yeah. Oh,
Gordon,
I think you shared
Gordon's
it on
in
our,
it. Yeah, I shared it on our page.
So guys, check that out.
Check it
Sevi recommends it. Give it out of 10.
Out of 10, for what it is, 7.5.
Oh,
7.5.
look at you go.
7.5.
All right.
Wasn't nothing spectacular, but for you want to waste 20, 30 minutes, give it a watch.
Yeah, watch on your phone, whatever and stuff. Yeah, fair enough. Speaking of wasting 20, 30 minutes, mate, with it's that time of the year. Footy's winding up for me. Starting to get into it because season starts next week.
Yes.
So I'm getting into footy mode.
You can't bring footy onto this show.
I can because Amazon just dropped a documentary
Oh, okay.
called Making Their Mark.
Yep.
And I've been watching that. And pretty much what it was Amazon decided to do this documentary where they were going to pick 6 players or 6 AFL people. So a couple of players.
I think we've spoken about this before.
Stuff
yeah.
like that. And they're just going to follow them for the entire season. And this was before the season started. They started following them pre-season. Then COVID hit.
So who are the players? Are they any good?
Yeah. So it's like Nick Naitanui.
So they've picked the top echelon.
Yeah.
So they've tried to do a cheaper version of The Last Dance.
No. It's more they've tried to do. They did a series like this on the Australian cricket team as well.
Well, that would have been exciting.
Where they did the exact same thing. They just followed them. But it's actually like, it's really interesting.
Did they show on the cricket one them sanding balls and things like that?
Yeah, no, I don't know. I didn't watch it because I don't like cricket.
No one does. I don't know why it's still going. No one watches it.
But no, so these guys have all access. So they're just wherever the players go, they go. So you're seeing a bunch of stuff that you've never seen before in these clubs.
Any James Heard scandal going on?
No. More that like a lot of it was.
Can you imagine if they accidentally they were showing something in the background, someone picked up something, it's like, oh, Heard's back.
No, it's like, so they got a lot of behind the scenes stuff of like some of the stuff that say Nick Naitanui goes through on a physical level of what he has to do to actually get up for each game.
Strengthen his muscles around those chalk bones that he's got.
Yeah, no, like a lot of physio in terms of like, we're going to shove these needles in here and then see if you can walk it like that. And it was nuts, man. A lot of cringe stuff. You're like, oh man, why are you doing this? Just stop.
Because he doesn't want to break again.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times has he broken?
You saw, because GWS, they follow a guy called Stephen Canelio, who is the captain for GWS, who was their captain for the first time. Like it was looking like he was going to leave last year or the year before he signed this contract. He ended up committing to them for 9 years or 7 years.
I hope he got a good paycheck for that.
He has. And they said, we want you to be our captain. So he's a young kid from WA who's now captaining GWS. And then halfway through the year, he got dropped. So...
But he got paid, so he's still laughing his way to the bank.
No, but it's you got to remember, man. Like you're a captain, you're a young captain. You're trying to lead this team, and then you don't get selected.
That's a bit odd.
Yeah,
that's not odd from like his point of view. That's odd from like a team.
It was really weird, man. So like at the time, it was like that's a really weird choice. Like there are worse players out there for him, right?
So hey guys, we've got our captain, but we're not going to pick him to play.
Yeah, but he's
going to watch.
This film crew was following him around.
Did they pick another captain?
So the vice captain is the captain that week.
Oh wow,
I know, but. You're watching from his point of view now, from getting told they're not going to play him. They pull him aside before the team meeting and they're like, look, we're not going to play this week. And he's like, what?
Was he injured?
No.
Slower or?
No. He's a gun player, man. They just said he was down on form, not doing things they needed him to do, all that kind of crap. Like, and then you see him literally like go into another room with a phone and these guys are like shooting him from around the corner and call his dad and be like, I don't know why they're not playing me. Like, and it would be like, look, I've been in that situation in the local level. I couldn't imagine it at AFL level. Like, anyway, so
that seems like what that seems like is you've got idiots that are pushing paper, making decisions that they shouldn't be making.
Yeah,
Warner Brothers, perfect.
Yeah. See, at the time it felt weird, but then they're following Eddie Betts around as well, and
he's got to be at the end of his rope, doesn't he?
Yeah, but he's such a like amazing guy, and like everyone loves Eddie Betts.
Yeah.
You know?
I know, but you can't.
But watching this documentary, you'd love him more somehow. Like, he's incredible.
He'd have to be getting to footy what Keanu Reeves is to acting.
Yeah.
Like, he couldn't be playing at the same level. I don't feel like he's
in the best 22 anymore, but he's still getting games.
Yeah, but he's a nice
meanwhile,
guy.
Old mate at GWS isn't getting selected and he's the bloody captain.
Yeah. But what I mean is, like, he's a nice guy, so that's why they're keeping him around. Like, Keanu for acting is like, he's a really nice guy.
It's actually a bit like that because and you see in this documentary as well, he's very influential on the other Aboriginal players.
Yep.
And he's a real good role model and gets them together and it has them around his house for stuff and like...
Yeah, good.
So it's almost like they're saying...
He's their big brother.
You're actually doing more than just playing in this team. You're a...
Could he coach?
Figurehead. I don't know.
Would he be any good?
I don't know if he's got that kind of... You need a different personality for that.
Yeah.
But... You're following him when this big thing goes on social media of him just having these random trolls throwing racial abuse at him and then starting to scream it over the fence at him and stuff. And
does he care?
Yeah, you guys know I've had enough. He's like,
Oh.
I shouldn't have to go to my workplace and have to deal with this crap and then go home and get it from random people on social media.
Yep, 100%.
So last year he had like this statement. He went on to the AFL show and he was like, I'm sick of it. Like, I'm absolutely sick of it. But you're actually seeing the toll it was taking on him leading up to this now. Because last year everyone was like, oh, he's just come out of nowhere and he's getting angry about these random trolls. But like,
He's been suppressing it and now it's popped.
yeah, there's a lot.
The jar
here,
has,
like,
the lid's fallen off the jar now.
they follow Rory Sloane from Adelaide, and they're in this team meeting with them while the coach is like, look, I'm like, because Adelaide just started doing really badly last year.
Mm-hmm.
And the coach pulls them all out, all these midfielders, supposed to be amazing midfielders. And he's like, you're not two-way running, you're not defending. If you don't want to lay a tackle, I want you to pack your bag and get out of here.
Fair
Right?
enough.
Yeah. And then one of the guys starts questioning it and he's like, nah. He's like, there's no questioning. This is the rules now.
Yeah.
And then
Do your job that you're getting paid to do or piss off.
So Rory Sloane's the captain and he's like trying to like, he's seeing that the coach is kind of going a bit too hard with the players. He doesn't want the players to losing the players. He's like, look, yeah, no, what you're saying is right and we'll try and improve and try and do this. And he's like, look, talk's over, mate. He's like, you can talk all you want. I need to see it.
Yeah.
That's it. And it's amazing to watch that because the guy who he actually said it to left that year. So at the
Oh, he
end
couldn't
of the
handle
year,
it.
went to play for St Kilda the year after.
So you got the sads.
Old
and
Brad
left.
Crouch, yeah.
Oh, sooky little boy.
Yeah, doesn't want to tackle. But yeah, no, you're seeing a
Don't
lot
wanna
of
get
stuff
told
that
what to
you
do.
haven't seen, and it's a really well made, like the way they've done it, and they cut between all the storylines.
Have they done anything like that for anyone? Like, have they done it for like basket, NBA, or
I don't know. I haven't
NFL, or
I haven't seen them. I think they do it for the Premier League, possibly.
because it seems like something that would go that
Go
would go
massive.
really in America, like really really
The
big in
difference
America.
is though, and this is what I
you
think.
like you have a camera crew following around Tom Brady.
No. See, this is the difference, man. Like,
Mad. I'd
um,
watch that.
AFL fans right now are going nuts about this documentary because we're seeing stuff we've never seen before. From
I just
the
love that
players.
it's Amazon doing it, not
Yeah.
like Fox or someone like you would think Fox would pick something like that
Yeah.
up, not
But
Mr. Bezos.
we're seeing stuff we haven't seen about not just the from behind the scenes, but players' personalities and everything like that. In America, it's different. The players are right out
They
there.
have no personality.
No, they've got more personality. Like the players are bigger than the game in some sense. Like you're sitting here
LeBron.
wearing
Kobe Bryant t-shirt.
Kobe Bryant's shirt.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys who know his name, never seen him play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like couldn't tell you how many teams he played for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, but that's the thing with free agency over there and stuff. They have to market themselves because they're the product, not the game.
Yeah.
Whereas in Australia, it's different. The game is the product, and these people work in the product.
Because there's not as much money.
Yeah, but
That's
also
why.
because the salary cap makes it so that the
Yeah, but I
game's the
feel like
product.
the reason these guys are bigger than our guys is because they're getting paid more, which means they're doing other stuff outside of that sport that is allowing them. It's money. It's money. It's
yeah,
money.
but
It's
it's
100%
also
money.
it is, but it's also the sense that
Like you look at LeBron with Space Jam. Now.
America doesn't cap that for their players.
They'll give you more money.
No, but the AFL does.
AFL needs more money.
No, the AFL stops players from doing that stuff because they don't want a situation happening where one club has so much money they can pull the best players from every comp, weakening all the other teams, and say we've got a like you've got going on with is it GSW right now?
Who?
No, jeez, I'm not across the NBA enough, but they've just
I
pulled
don't
like
know, really.
they've just pulled 5 players, like gun players, into one team.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah.
Oh, who was that? Oh,
But
I can't
no-
remember. I know what you're talking about. Though.
And they're all pretty much doing it to try beat LeBron. But no other team can afford to do that,
no.
you know? And so in the AFL, everyone's got the same salary cap. You can't have third-party agreements. Like, you can't have a player, you can't say, oh, look, we'll pay you in the salary cap, but this person was going to give you a car. Like, that's illegal.
Yeah.
So it keeps everything on a level, should keep everything on a level playing field. Anyway, digress into AFL a bit too much there. Making their mark, though, if you're an AFL fan, bloody watch it. It's really
Yep.
good.
Get
Even
amongst it.
Yeah. Anyway, let's jump into
If
news, man.
you're a nerd and you like sport,
Mate,
there's
it's
not-
right up my alley.
There's not many of us out there that sort of can watch sport and be nerds at the same time. So
Yeah.
I think we're a dying breed.
Mate.
Are we dying or are we becoming more? I don't
Well,
know.
we were like surfers and skaters as well. So, yeah, it was a bit weird back in the day.
I skated my whole life and still nerd. It's like, wow. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
You can do both, guys. You don't have to be in the box. That's what we're saying.
Yeah, like I wasn't allowed to talk about comics when I was at footy because no one wanted to know about it. Like, you nerd shit.
Nerd.
Yeah.
Nerd.
No.
It's just a Homer meme.
Oh, it is. And then you see them 10 years later, putting up little screenshots on Facebook, lining up to see Deadpool. And I'm like, oh, really? Really?
Oh, bandwagon.
Yeah,
Well done.
Really? Anyway, remember you dug up my head and told about this?
Nerd.
Anyway, TV news, man. Let's jump into it.
Let's get it done.
We got a little bit of WandaVision news in terms of...
We've got a bit of WandaVision news, actually.
Now that WandaVision is finished, everyone can talk about what was going on, pretty much.
And no one still knows what happened. Me
Um,
included.
So the writer, Jack Schaefer, I believe her name is, and the director, Max Shackman, I think I just butchered both those names, have been out there now saying what their visions were and what stuff they had to cut and stuff. One thing they had to cut was the demon scene from the finale, which they said just didn't fit tonally. But it was...
Probably would have made my rating of that episode a little bit higher if they had have done something like that.
But it was the kids going into... The kids and Darcy and Spectrum, Monica...
Photon.
Going down into the basement, Agatha's basement, to try and get the Darkhold.
Yep.
And as they get there, the rabbit bounces in front of it. And they're like, well, the rabbit's stopping us. And then it kind of transforms into this demon and chases them out. Would have tied up a bit of questions about the rabbit being in everything.
Yep.
But they said it didn't fit.
Would have tied up a lot of Agatha's things talking about demons and the devil and all that. It would have... I mean, goddamn, guys, come on.
But end of the day, they said it didn't really fit with that episode.
Well, it would have fit perfectly.
They said it felt like a jump out of what they were doing, like the story they were telling. Anyway, which is a lot of reasoning they've given for a lot of things here. Of, why didn't you do this? And they're like, because that wasn't the story we're telling. It was Wanda's story.
Well, we would have rathered that story than what you gave us. Sorry.
No,
well,
I'm
some of us would have.
Yeah. And that there was an extra episode all up. So there was 10 episodes. But they ended up cutting, I think they said it was like the 8th episode, and it got distributed among the other episodes.
Yeah, right.
So that's why the last few episodes
chop.
were all about 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Because you got about 15 minutes of each of those episodes.
Yeah, yep.
Condensed into those episodes there. So that's why it ended up being 9 instead of 10. Look, there was an article, it felt like a clickbait article to me, and I read it because of that. So I fell for it. They got me.
Well done.
I know. But it was saying WandaVision finale was the worst rated Wanda episode. Worst rated on Rotten Tomatoes or whatever it was.
Which we don't really care about Rotten Tomatoes.
No, but 82% is what it was rated at.
Well, it's still not a fail. It may be the worst rated. That's not a fail. That's a win.
But then also they said it was the worst rated WandaVision episode. Guys, did you not watch the first two?
Did they rate higher though?
2, yes.
Well, there you go. But the first 2 sucked.
That's what I mean.
And that's what I said since day 1 and 2 of our WandaVision recaps.
I personally don't feel they sucked, but...
Oh, they did.
I liked the finale a lot more.
They were not WandaVision.
Well, they were.
I don't think they were. They were more... and I think they even said that. They were more love letters to TV than they were actually... WandaVision itself.
But they were still setting stuff up. And the fun thing is...
Things didn't really start happening
looking back
3
on
and
there
4.
now and the little things they hid, which one thing I want to just quickly note that they hid.
Jimmy Woo's missing person.
No, I don't want to do that one. I want to take it a little bit further.
Ooh.
You know how Wanda walks into the empty lot with that letter, with the deed?
Yeah.
Right? And it's a love heart circled
Yeah.
vision.
Yep.
What's on the calendar in the first episode?
I don't. What was it?
So the whole thing about the first episode.
Yeah, but wasn't it? Didn't it turn out to be the boss's name or something? Or
heart? Yeah, but it's heart, and it was the same. It's the same love heart the Vision drew.
Oh, okay. So she just carried it across.
Yeah. So now that you see that in the last episode, like that was the breaking point.
Yeah.
For her, which pops up in that very first episode. Which
Are you
is
reaching?
No, it's true. That's what they said. It's the exact same heart.
Oh, okay.
Because it was drawn by Vision.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's and that's why the first episode is centered around Heart.
Who turns out to be the boss.
Well, they think
So they threw a curveball. So we're supposed to be watching here, and they've made us watch over here. Oh, I see.
Yeah, but it was actually the heart.
Yeah, I see.
You got to remember, she's controlling all of that.
Yeah.
So instead of diving down into what does this heart mean, she went, no, it means your boss.
But it didn't.
No.
She was trying to drag herself away from her own feelings. Yeah, I see.
So yeah, that's like, I find like that's interesting that you go back and you're like, of course, I see what you've done here. Tell us about Jimmy Woo's missing person.
He's going to be revealed.
It's going to be revealed.
That's it. That's it. It's like it's another clickbait sort of thing. It's like the director, Matt
Shackman.
Yeah. Matt Shackman, come out and goes, yeah, he's going to be revealed, or she. It's like cool.
Yeah.
Do you want to reveal it, or you just want to tell us it's going to be revealed?
That's still happening, is what they say.
Yeah, like, but it better pay off good. I mean, because you linked it in a show a few times through the season.
Yeah.
Well, through the series, because it's not a season. Then you don't pay it off. So where's it going to pay off? Is it going to pay off in like Doctor Strange, or is it going to be Ant-Man? Because Jimmy Woo's in Ant-Man. So, I mean,
or is it going to be Jimmy Woo's series that he's now going to get?
Whatever.
I'll watch the Jimmy
I
Woo
don't
series.
care who it is.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Unless it does end up being someone good. Who knows?
Reed Richards. It's a missing person.
I was reading someone getting angry the other day about how Tony was right about the Sokovia Accords. They're like, Tony was right. If they had registration, Wanda wouldn't have been left to her own devices to go nuts on an entire town. She would have been locked in the Avengers facility.
Yes. When has Tony been wrong?
A couple of times.
No, he hasn't.
Created Ultron.
That's great. Because by doing that, he got vision. So tell me again, when was he wrong?
He was wrong.
He wasn't. He was right, 100%. I'm just threw my phone away. He gave us James Spader. Was that wrong? No.
I enjoyed it.
There you go. Wasn't wrong.
Yeah.
There are no strings on
If I enjoy heroin, it doesn't make it right.
Well.
Anyway, Powerpuff Girls.
Geez, you took a dark turn on that one. Wow.
Powerpuff Girls.
Wow.
Speaking of dark turns.
Oh yeah.
We've got the Powerpuff Girls getting a live action reboot.
Does anyone care?
Powerpuff Girl fans?
Is there any?
Might be.
4?
Out there in the world?
3? 2?
The 3 filming this could be.
5.
So we got a cast list. So we got.
you have to have the director as a fan, I guess.
A writer maybe. Chloe Bennett from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Which I don't understand. Isn't she supposed to be signed on to Marvel?
She might still be signed.
And then she's doing stuff for Warner Brothers Disney, Warner Brothers CW.
Man, people can get multiple paychecks. Dove Cameron and Yana Perrault.
Who? Who was the other one?
Dove Cameron.
Who's that?
She was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as well, actually.
Oh, I don't know. I don't watch the show.
But she's, I think, a Disney kid or something.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And Yana Perrault, who I don't know either. Anyway, this is going to be a pilot done for CW.
Is this where I go back to bag and CW again? I said I wouldn't because of... So the funny thing.
Here we go.
Director of photography has left Superman for the next episode, hasn't he?
Yeah, he did the first 3.
So let's see what happens.
Yeah.
This is going to... Because we've given it the first 3 treatment and it's been good.
Yeah.
For Superman and Lois. So the 4th one, is it going to look different? If it swings back to CW... Oh, Lord.
Here it comes. Anyway, Powerpuff Girls. If you're into it, you're into it. If you're not,
who cares?
If you're not, you're with us. Probably not going to watch it. Like I am going to watch though is Percy Jackson.
Oh, segue.
Which
well, I mean, you've read it all, didn't you?
I did. So
which we've spoken about 1,000 times.
My worry is that
haven't we spoken about this 1,000 times as well? What's going on with it?
Yeah, well, that's what they've given us. They've given us a little bit of an update on what's going on with it. My worry for it, which has always been my worry for it, is that
it won't hold true, or they'll rush it.
The writer stepped away from it. So the dude who actually wrote the books has gone, okay, you guys are on your own. Just give me my royalty check when the time comes for that.
Oh, no.
So that's never a good sign.
So they've had creative differences, is what you're saying, and he's left.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, Lord.
That's what we're getting on. But the update we've got is that the pilot script has been seen by top Disney executives and everyone likes it. They're aiming for a budget similar to WandaVision or The Mandalorian.
Jesus.
And directors are currently being discussed.
Who's given Percy Jackson that much money?
You should.
No, what investors are doing this?
I know.
'Cause
At this
that's
point, it's probably Disney
insane.
being like, look how much all this stuff's made. Let's do it properly.
Wow.
Anyway,
Well, you might be getting what you hope for.
bloody hope so.
Wow.
Or that's what.
That's a lot of money
Yeah.
for something that's not like it's not as known as.
Oh, mate, this has a big fan base.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is, it's no Marvel and it's no Star Wars. That's what I mean. Like those two, like you got your Marvel fans. There's a lot more Marvel fans out there than there are Percy Jackson fans, and there's a lot more Star Wars fans than there are Percy Jackson fans.
Yeah.
Like that's
Look, my hope is that they saw what happened with, what was that movie?
is
with
Daddario
Colin
coming back? Because if she comes back, I'll
Farrell,
watch.
Artemis Fowl.
That was horrendous, wasn't it?
That's what I mean. I don't think they gave that.
Was that Disney?
What it needed? It was on Disney Plus. Yeah.
Oh.
So they didn't give that what it needed, I don't think. And they've just gone
Okay.
fully commit. They've obviously, like I said, they've read this first pilot script and gone, we love this. Give it money.
Yeah, but that doesn't. Yeah.
Give it money to actually be what it needs to be.
Artemis Fowl. Who would have more? Who would have more fans, Percy Jackson or Artemis Fowl?
I'd say Percy Jackson.
That's what I was thinking. It's hard. That's hard because with you saying that's a lot of. I can't understand where they're getting the money for that.
It's Disney. What are you talking about? They found it behind the couch.
No, but Mickey usually holds onto his cash, and it's sort of blowing my mind that they may have that they're getting the same budget as Star Wars or Marvel. Like that's That's blown my mind. That is massive.
Keen, absolutely
massive.
Keen. Absolutely keen.
Wow.
Something else I'm keen for is we just got a teaser for Camp Cretaceous season 3. This is something else that has just kept on going. So, look, you're not into this because you don't watch it, but
I don't care about dinosaurs as much as your whole family does.
I know.
To be honest,
my boy's going to be psyched about this.
All I'm saying is they're dead. Let them be dead.
So season 3 hits, I think, May. They've said it's going to drop. Anyway, season 1 and 2 are really well written. If you got kids and you want to watch something that your kids enjoy that you might enjoy, I've already recommended Camp Cretaceous.
Do they talk about the fact that T-Rexes may have had feathers?
Yes.
Okay, cool. That's all I want to know. That's it.
Well, they covered that in Jurassic Park.
Did
Remember?
they?
Yeah.
No, I don't remember.
Yeah, Wu, the genetic scientist. He's like, none of these are how they're supposed to look. We're just filling in genomes.
Yeah. I mean, the T-Rex could have been bright pink. You would never have known.
Could have been.
Because he can't. It's the same as
not
the
like he needs to
sound.
hide from
You don't
anyone.
know the noise that they made either.
Oh, blowing air through their vocal pipes.
Does that work though?
Yeah.
Because I mean, I know they did that for the movie, but
No, because they've done that with creatures that are alive now.
have they?
And it's replicated the same sounds.
But I mean, then you got your vocal cords that they don't have. So I mean, like, it still would have been a different sound.
Yeah. Well, they did it for it was sheep or something. They constructed the same what they get from a sheep skeleton. It made the same kind of sound.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, right.
Fun facts, guys.
Fun facts with Anthony.
Yeah, let's jump into the next
You
thing,
know what? You
which
did that last week as well.
Did I?
Yeah, so I think we're going to have to make that a thing each week.
What was
You're
the
gonna
fun
have to
fact last week?
I
Was it
don't
that
remember.
Candyman was...
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Fun facts with Anthony. That's exactly what it's sticking.
Oh my God, I sent you the video for that. Yeah, so
Someone is listening to us.
So we talked about that Candyman thing last week, and then this video pops up on my feed of this girl in New York who decides to check behind her mirror and finds a whole apartment.
If you're listening to us, we apologise because
Don't
we
look
just
behind your window, guys.
don't look behind your mirrors.
Oh my God.
This chick is obviously listening to us because we told her about it, and you're welcome, I guess. Are you dying?
I would not be going into that apartment, man. That was such a white thing to do.
Have some water.
Sorry,
die quietly.
I'm dying thinking about
Wow.
what I would have done in that situation. I would have taken down the mirror, seen this giant hole there and gone, nope.
I would have called someone in and got like 7-inch thick steel just bolted to the wall.
I'm like, well, that's a whole lot of nope. Let's just brick that up.
Or you use it to your own advantage and you start stealing from everyone else.
What's just happened there?
No
guys,
one knows. You've just you've become Candyman.
We just ran through the 4 houses of Hogwarts in a go there, what their reactions would be. And we ended on Slytherin.
That's how I roll. I've always claimed that Slytherin would be my house, and this is it. I stick by it 110%. You are welcome.
Man. All right.
So from now on, you have to come to the show with a fact every week now.
Fun fact.
Fun facts with Anthony.
Fun facts with Anthony. All right, well, let's move on. We got a bit of a status update on She-Hulk and Moon Knight.
Do we?
Yeah, just that they're starting to film this year.
Didn't we already say that?
No, we didn't know for sure.
Oh, no, because She-Hulk was only... Yeah, okay, because they've only just been cast, so yeah. So they are going to... Okay, so we're looking at what? October? You would think?
Next year.
Oh, they're filming next year? No.
They're filming this year.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So are they going to start around October?
No, I reckon they'll hit... filming.
Yeah, start filming.
Yeah. No, they reckon like June-ish.
So around the
June,
same time as
July?
Aquaman too.
Yeah, so they're saying that She-Hulk starts filming first.
Where are they filming? Atlanta?
Well, I don't know. I think so.
Georgia? You would think, because that's where Marvel seems to run out of.
Well, apparently they're moving to Sydney, so...
Yeah, but are they going to move their TV to Sydney as well?
I don't know.
That's a bit hard. Movies, I can understand.
But
TV...
Anyway, so She-Hulk starts and then Moon Knight starts a couple of weeks after that, apparently. And that's what we have there. Mate, that's pretty much all the news there. There's also Equalizer Season 2 happening. Let's move on to movies. Flash Thompson, mate. Flash Thompson.
Yeah, I read this in our chat and I thought you'd be a little bit upset.
I am actually. And I'll tell you why. I've already have an issue with Flash Thompson as a character in Homecoming. And it's because they turned him into... I understand what they did. They said, oh, your modern day bully isn't actually a physical bully now. He's a cyber bully and he's a... You know,
but with him being a cyberbully, he can't turn into the person that he needs to turn into.
Agent Venom is where I want to go with Flash Thompson, obviously. But one of the best things about Flash Thompson as a character is the dichotomy between how much he bullies Peter Parker and how much he loves Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You know, it's this absolute kind of both ways thing. My problem with this is that Sony has done this viral marketing thing where they've made, you know how in Far From Home, he's doing updates on his Instagram and that's how they find him?
Who?
Flash Thompson. They find him because he was doing like stupid stories on his Instagram and they're like, oh, they use that London Bridge, let's go.
Yeah, yep.
Remember? That actual Instagram handle, Sony created that and then have been putting out stuff on it from Flash Thompson.
Okay.
To be like a viral marketing thing.
Yeah.
Right? And part of that has been when Peter Parker's identity got announced, Flash's response seems to have been, well, stuff Spider-Man then.
He's the nerd I pick on at school.
Yeah.
Or why would he do that? Why wouldn't he just
in
go...
the comics, it goes the other way. And he finds out that Peter is Spider-Man without Peter knowing he finds out. And he just becomes in awe of him.
Yeah, okay.
Right? Like, and that's the switch.
So Flash suddenly starts being really nice to Peter and Peter would be like, what the...
Or telling people not to pick on him. Like,
Yeah, right.
but doing stuff without Peter knowing.
Yeah,
Like,
okay.
doesn't tell him that he knows he's Spider-Man. Just starts being like, stops picking on him, but then starts kind of protecting him.
Yeah.
As well. Knowing he doesn't need the protection, but more like he doesn't need the crap.
Yeah.
You know? It's a really cool little thing that they've seemed to go on the other way from.
Which you could have seen Manganiello do that.
Yeah. Definitely.
Because he would have been a wicked Agent Venom. Let's be real.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah. Look, if there's a character that needs to come back from Raimi's Spider-Man universe,
you
it's
could too.
Manganiello as Flash
Doctor
Thompson.
Strange.
Because one of the cool things about that is that Spider-Man's also the reason Flash Thompson joins the army. Because he
wants
sees
to do something.
everything Spider-Man's doing and he says, I want to help the world as well somehow.
Yep.
I don't have powers, I'm going to go to the army kind of thing. Then he loses his legs or whatever and comes back and signs up to get...
Symbiote.
Yeah.
Symbiote.
Experimented on. Anyway, Flash Thompson...
You're upset.
In the Sonyverse, I'm not happy with it at the moment. I hope they rectify it. I think they might have seen what they did wrong because they've since deleted that Instagram.
Oh.
So I hope that was them being like, oh. In my little deep dive of this, I also found that Sony did a full-on Daily Bugle site, dailybugle.net, where it was like
Alex Jones style.
Yeah, and he's full on like, ripping into Spider-Man and stuff, but also they've got a bunch of accounts from blip survivors. So people who've come back from the blip and what's happened when they've come back.
Yeah, right.
So they even had the one from the teacher who was like, oh, my wife pretended to blip, but she just left me.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So they've got that one and they've got a bunch more. Just while I'm on that, do you remember the other teacher on the field trip? Who was always like, witches. And he's like obsessed with witches.
Yeah, JB
like,
Smooth.
Yeah, he's like, it's witches.
Yeah.
It's witches.
JB, DB, Dip.
How much more sense does that make now, knowing that WandaVision was set before Far From Home?
Witches.
Witches.
It's witches.
Right?
Yeah.
So he actually was obsessed with witches because he saw crap go down by witches.
Yeah.
I think that's amazing.
It's a nice little nod.
Yeah. That I didn't put together until afterwards. I was like, wait a minute.
Witches.
Yeah. He's seen stuff go down in his country and he's like, now I'm going to start researching witches because
they're real.
Witches are real.
They just took over a whole town.
Yeah.
You can't really hide the media from that either. Like the media would have been all over that.
Yeah.
You would have had all the people in the town that are now free and gone,
Witches,
Wanda,
guys.
Idiot, just held us captive. And
yeah. And then fought another witch.
And now we have nightmares of her nightmares. And
yeah.
Thanks, idiot.
Witches.
I
love it. And now he's out there being like, I've got to research witches, guys. Stuff's going wrong, guys. I think it's witches.
Because at that time it made no sense.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, okay, so it's a comedy thing. It's a throwaway.
Yeah.
But it ain't.
How good is that?
Or was it?
I don't know.
It's just paid out now.
I love it though. I absolutely love it.
Did they tell him more than he needed to know?
I don't think he knew. Because he definitely didn't play it that way.
No.
And everyone's reaction to him was like, you're crazy a little bit. Why are you obsessed with witches?
Well, now it turns out he's not crazy.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Anyway, let's move on.
It's like the people that bag out conspiracy theories and then it turns out to be, it's only, what do they say? It's only a conspiracy theory until it
proven to be true.
And then it becomes fact.
Yeah.
That's him.
Yeah.
He was conspiracies with witches and now it's real.
Yeah. Hey, we've seen the Eternals villain or villains. So we knew
who is this? Because I'm not across Eternals at all.
Yeah. So we knew it was.
I know Salma Hayek's in it and we love her.
So you're like, I'm fully on board.
I'm on board. Has she ever made anything bad?
She has not.
There you go.
Has she ever looked bad? She has not.
She has not.
Yeah. Oh, man. I don't even think she's aging at this point.
No, she's not. She is not.
No, she is not. So we know the villains to I know. The villains to the Eternals are the Deviants. So the Eternals, the Deviants, they're like the other race that the Eternals are keeping down to stop from taking over places.
So they're oppressing?
Kind of, yeah.
That's rude.
But I mean, these people are trying to completely take over and shape history for their own benefit. Crow. Crow's the bad guy.
Okay.
Yeah. That's pretty much the name of the guy you need to know about. Crow, leader of the Deviants. You need more news?
Are they bad guys?
Yeah, they're bad guys.
Are you sure? Or are the good guys really bad guys?
No, these guys are like... It's
because
if
you remember, like in Inhumans, the Inhumans... I seen something about it the other day and I'm like, oh, that sort of makes no sense. That makes perfect... Not makes no sense. It makes perfect sense. And why didn't I pick up on that when I was watching the show? Black Bolt's brother, who was played by, what's his name out of...
Yeah, Maximus.
He was right the whole time. Everything he said was right. It was 100% correct. Like, he was trying to help everyone. And it was the Inhumans that were holding him down. It's like...
Black Bolt's like, no, we're going to stay on the moon.
It's like, you're an idiot.
Maximus is like, no, we should be down there, guys.
We help our race. And he's like, nah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I didn't even pick up on that when I was watching. I was just too in love with Anson Mount. And I'm like, oh, you're perfect. No.
Poor Anson Mount. Never done anything wrong in his life.
Wow.
Yeah, that is one of those dichotomies.
You know what I mean? Like, is it that style of thing?
Yeah, the problem with the way the Inhumans did that is they gave Maximus too much ammo and did make him seem like he's right.
Yeah.
But Maximus is...
But when you're watching it, you don't feel like he's right.
No, you don't, because...
They play it like he's a crazy bad guy.
But all he wants is power. He doesn't care about the people.
But it didn't come across that way in the show when you re-look into it. It's like, hang on a minute. Everything you were saying is 100% correct.
But he's also one of those people that's like, well, no, we need to turn everyone else into Inhumans because that's how we fix the world.
Well, why not?
Yeah.
Why can't everyone have a power?
Well,
I want a power.
No, but you may not have the gene that reacts well to the Terrigen. You may just
And then
die.
you go dig. Yeah, but then you go, no, then you just go digging.
You die.
You dig in the
No,
mines.
you die.
You dig in the mines?
Nope.
Isn't that what they did?
Nope.
Old mate with glass hands digging in the mines or something?
No, that's if you have a crappy power.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
No. If you
Hey, I'm all for Thanos' snap, all right? If you die by too bad, you weren't good enough to stay around.
Yeah, no worries.
I don't care. We're overpopulated.
Oh, Jesus.
Let's get a snap going, guys.
We've gone too far. Let's move on. I'm going to pull it back. Where I'm going to pull it back
Thanos.
to. Deadpool 3 is where I'm going to pull it back to. Zazie Beetz does not know if she's in Deadpool 3.
She's got no idea.
Has no idea.
She's been in rooms doing talks, but still no one's told her if she's going to be in it or not, the poor girl.
I know.
She's literally been in rooms for talks with Deadpool for Deadpool 3, and no one's actually given her the green light. Oh, yeah, you're going to be in it.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you leave someone in limbo like that?
She'd be like, why am I here?
But she's got to, she's an actress. She's got to make plans to do other movies. That's how they make money, to survive. I mean, she's probably got enough to survive for the rest of her life. Let's be real. If she just lived as a medium income person, she'd be fine.
Yeah.
But they've got to keep up that lavish lifestyle. So she needs to know whether she's got to book another job. Is she just sitting back and waiting? I mean,
just relaxing.
Just tell the girl what she's doing.
Yeah.
Is it that hard?
Look, speaking of getting in rooms and finding out what's going on.
Where have you segued?
Deathstroke, the solo film.
Oh.
How many rooms do you reckon Joe Manganiello's been in? Because he reckons this has had 40 different iterations of where Deathstroke was going to pop up in different things, possibly. And now with the Snyder Cut coming out, it looks like he's gotten traction to do something else, maybe?
Not only that, apparently from a few interviews he's done, he seems like there may be something in the works, but he's not saying what.
He'd be too scared to jinx it, surely.
He knows something.
Yeah.
And he's not saying anything. And I mean, the movie we want, Manganiello as Deathstroke. I see, and that's what I said to our friend of the show,
old mate Ryan
Unicombe, that I cast him.
We call him friend of the show.
Yeah,
friend of the show.
I cast him as Deathstroke before he was cast. He was my choice. I chose Manganiello as Deathstroke way before he was even thought about it. I want him, and I want Affleck in a movie together. That's what I want. I want the movie that they had wrote, that Deathstroke's just
shark, just
effing with bats, pull him apart piece by piece, and then you have your big battle at the end, and they both just go, you know what, I can't beat you, you can't beat me, let's go to the pub. And that's it.
Yeah. And then you want to see them sinking beers.
They're just having beers.
Yeah, you want to see
Momoa walks in as Aquaman, beers.
I heard we're drinking. Thor's in the background smashing something, being like, another!
Or you cast Hemsworth as Lobo and he comes in.
Hemsworth as Lobo.
That'd be pretty cool. I just threw that out there, but that could work. That could work, you know.
I'd watch that. I'd 100% watch that.
It's your fat Thor, slightly not as fat, but more bulky.
With less esteem issues.
And just sinking beers.
Just full of confidence. And
someone talks bad about him, he just goes bang and shoots him, and that's it. Because that's Lobo. You don't say anything bad. You drop your glass the wrong way and he's going to shoot you. That'd be cool.
So what we did get told that there was a Deathstroke film, like you said.
Well, because it was all for the raid.
It didn't go ahead because
didn't it have the raid director attached to it?
Yeah,
at one point.
Yeah, Garth,
and it was going to be that style, and then it sort of just fizzled away.
Well, they needed $40 million. That was their budget, $40 million, and Warner Brothers said no. That's what it came down to.
That blows my mind.
Ridiculous.
Because
that's a drop in the ocean, surely.
But not only is it a drop in the ocean, a solo Deathstroke movie with Manganiello and his sheer size and the way he looks. That's one of the things that Joss Whedon got right was the way, and I think it was already Zach that designed the costume and they just ran with it. But okay, I'm not giving Joss anything. The one thing Zach got right was the way that he looked, because it was legit Arkham. The sheer size of him.
I love that someone did a shot of him and then they're like, I'm not wearing hockey pads.
Well, he's not. he ain't no CW.
What's the difference between you and me?
I'm not wearing hockey pads.
So good. Look, but anyway, they wouldn't give $40 million to that.
That's a $200 million movie.
I know, but how great is it that we're getting Kirstie Clemons coming back as Iris West?
I am so happy for her.
Yeah.
Like, you have no idea how happy I am for her, because Joss ruined her because
Cut her out completely.
just that scene was supposed to be in the movie.
It was in like 40 trailers.
It was her only scene in the movie, and then you just chopped her out. And then she didn't know. She's like, well,
Can I talk about that scene quickly? So we've seen a little bit of the Flash from that scene, going to the window and stuff. But the second he hears the sound and turns, right, we get this really cool shot of his shoes ripping as he
and
turns.
the socks burning off.
Yep, right. Then he gets to, all right, so this is my issue. Right?
Oh, here we go.
Then he gets to where she is and skids to stop.
And the road.
And the road rips around
I
him.
didn't like that.
Right?
He should have slid on the road.
Yeah, but even then, no damage to his feet. Right? He's not invulnerable.
No, but he heals fast. He heals a lot faster than everyone
that
else.
fast. The Flash isn't invulnerable, is what I'm saying. Now, I wouldn't have thought about it or given it a second.
Did you see the bottom of his feet? They might have been teared up.
I did see the bottom of his feet because he kneels down. Kneels down next to her, and you see the bottom.
Yeah,
of
no,
his
they're
feet.
healed by then.
No,
that's fine.
Anyway,
it's only gravel rush. Shit.
Yeah. No,
Jesus.
No, it wouldn't be gravel rush because the actual road gets ripped up.
It's gravel rush, fine.
Right?
It's
You'd
fine.
be losing a toe.
You're thinking about it too much.
Well, no, but this is the problem, and this is my look. I know everyone's excited for the Snyder cut. He's great, all this kind of stuff. But my issue with Snyder is that he goes into so much detail on some things that I wouldn't have given a second thought to, which was his feet. But because he went into so much detail showing his shoes rip,
You thought he showed a fault.
it then made me look.
He showed a kink in the armor.
It made me look another couple of seconds later
Yeah.
to be like,
What I
well,
did
I'm
like-
still looking at his feet, who's just ripped up the pavement. What is going on with this guy's feet?
I didn't like the pavement rip up. But what I did love about that scene is how gentle he is with her.
Oh yeah,
You see him and he doesn't know where to put his hands to grab her properly, and and then he just puts her down oh so gently, and then she spots him and he just goes, nope, it disappears. It's like, that's awesome.
yeah.
Well done, that is wicked. But I did love the
Yeah.
because the first time we saw that scene finish, which Zach released to everyone, I think it was a couple of days after the Snyder Cut said that it was going to be made. Everyone bagged that out so much. Oh, he's in bare feet. Why has he got bare feet? He had shoes the last scene. Now he's got bare feet, and it's like they obviously got burnt off. And then he showed it happen. It's like, that's awesome. He's literally just burnt out of his shoes.
But yeah, anyway, that's my little bit of a gripe there. It's that
He heals fast.
I
You
wouldn't
think
have
he-
even thought about it if I hadn't gotten shown the shoes.
Yeah.
Is the thing. So anyway, Flash. Also, we got news to Flash that Billy Crudup is gone. So that he was playing Flash's dad, and does play his dad in the Snyder Cut, I believe.
Yeah. Yep. Well, that's where he shows up.
But he's going to get either
he's in
recast
jail.
or cut out.
Yeah, I think he's getting recast. From what I know,
And it's because he can't get out of his TV commitments, I believe.
Yeah, he's doing a show, and I think it's like a news show. I don't watch much of his stuff, but yeah, apparently he can't get out of it, and so be it. I mean, it's sad when you got to recast someone that, and I mean, he's a Zack Snyder veteran.
Yeah.
So it sort of sucks in a way. Like that's Dr. Manhattan right there. That's the OG Doc Manhattan.
Yeah.
So
So
he was brilliant. I want to say he was better than what we got in the TV show as Dr. Manhattan. 100% better.
Yeah.
Yeah. You rewatch Watchmen.
Yeah, I'm not sure I will.
It's a long movie.
Yeah.
It's a good long movie though.
But dude, this is what I mean. And this is like, I'm gonna watch Snyder Cut. Of course I am. 4 hours is already putting me off.
That was the first thing that you said to me when I rocked up today. You're like, I don't have time.
It's the biggest thing, man.
Because
Like,
we're going to talk about this next weekend. We can't not talk
and
about
I've
it.
got to find 4 hours.
In between, because we've got to record Saturday morning now as well.
Saturday morning. We do. My God.
So
I'm not sleeping.
You've got, what else have you got to watch? You got to watch Cat.
I got to watch Falcon and Winter Soldier. Yeah. And then the footy is on.
The footy's on. I mean,
Oh, man. I'm dead.
it's what you get.
I don't
You're
sleep.
a busy man.
I won't sleep anymore.
There is no time.
Yeah.
No time for rest.
Yeah. No.
Sleep when you're dead.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, sleep when you're dead. Look, might be the name of this week's show.
He might be dying.
Yeah.
Am I losing my co-host?
Seems that way. I feel like I'm dying today, man. Coughing all over the place. And what we missed was Deathstroke. Snyder Cut shows he's got a little League of Shadows symbol on his sword.
Nice little sigil on the sword.
Yeah, so he's worked with Raj Al Ghul.
Well,
Surely.
he has.
Has to have.
He has. Like
Yeah.
he's been with the League of Shadows before.
But
So
cool little
it's
reference
cool.
there.
Yeah, another little Zack Snyder.
Look,
just to show that he watches
the
and he
Snyder
reads
Cut
comments.
here, we've got
Comics.
we know he did. He's right across it. We've got a bit of Snyder Cut news, obviously, because this drops next week. You're waiting for this to come out now.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this podcast,
Yeah.
and then the next podcast you listen to, we would have watched it and be sleep deprived. Promotion has begun for it. We've had early screenings as well from people, not us because we're not deemed worthy. But hey, our friend of the show, Ryan Unicombe, is.
Yep.
And he has told us nothing because he's under embargo.
I tried.
He's tried very hard.
I tried to get news out and then that.
He's not going to be a friend of the show much longer. That's what I mean. Like, it's going to be like, it's going to send me a message. He's all 70, stop messaging me, please. Please. Just grab his phone when he's not looking and just delete me.
But I did try. I sent him a message. I said anything that. And fair enough. He's
respecting the process, and it's good to see he respected it. We would also respect it next time, guys, if you want to give us a screener.
It would be nice.
Because I'd like to have the time.
Well, I mean, we would like to see it, not telling anyone. I mean, HBO Max leaked it themselves.
Yeah, so they dropped out
Tom and Jerry.
an hour of it during Tom and Jerry. Now,
Idiots.
I saw a bunch of conspiracy theories about this, being like, oh, Warner Brothers trying to sabotage the... They're not. Like, literally what it would have been is they're adjusting the code and getting it ready, and human error has happened. This happens, guys. And this happens more than people realize. It just doesn't happen on this scale to a movie this big.
Yeah, I know. It's very weird.
Anyway,
But I mean, they fix it within an hour of it dropping.
Yeah, because literally people only got an hour.
Yeah.
I love some of the people writing it though, being like,
their kids are waiting for Tom
Yeah,
and Jerry
I
to
was-
Steppenwolf ripping people up. It would have been so good. You got your kids sitting there and waiting to watch Tom and Jerry. Then next thing, Steppenwolf's ripping apart horses
put it
and
on and walked away because it actually started. Like Tom and Jerry bloody started, and these people started watching it. One dude was like, "I just put on Tom and Jerry in the background while I was doing some work, and then I got no work done."
because everyone wants to watch it. See, everyone loves it.
And I got to say that hour got really good reviews. Anyway.
Hey, from the people who have seen the screener, it's getting good reviews. It really is.
Honestly, man, I reckon.
But I do agree, it should have come out in hour installments. They should have broken it up, but not. It shouldn't have been done weekly though, because that would have sucked. That really would have sucked. But in the end, it's still 4 hours. You got to bust out your day. It just happens that you're extremely busy that weekend. Too bad. So sad.
Here we go, guys.
We're getting a Blu-ray release.
We are getting a Blu-ray release. We put this on our timeline saying that that's going to happen.
I will be buying that 100%. Can you shut up?
Keep in mind, guys.
Why are you dying?
Blu-ray isn't regional. Sorry, Blu-ray is regional, but 4K isn't. So if you want to pre-order the 4K, but your country, i.e. Australia, isn't doing pre-order for it, you can pre-order it from a different country and it will work here.
Yeah. I mean, most Blu-ray and DVD players will play any region anyway.
Like multi-region. I think it's
They're
only
not-
Sony that's not, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know anymore. I thought everyone was.
No, I think Sony's pretty big on you buy from us.
We've got a red carpet on March 17th,
17th.
so a day before.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see whether Henry comes to it. Because he's come out, there's been rumours that he's not doing any promotion stuff for it because he wants to send a message to Warner Brothers.
Yeah, but also
But
they're like, oh, he doesn't do much on Instagram and stuff like that. He does, though. I see a lot of stuff of him doing stuff on Instagram, but he's not mentioning anything. Like everyone else, when their character promo dropped, they shared it on their page. They shared it being like, oh, look at this. Like Ray Fisher got excited.
of course he did.
You know, Affleck.
This could be the last thing he ever does.
Oh, my God. Affleck did
Poor
his. All that kind of stuff. But Henry, radio silence on Superman. So
Is he sending a message?
Is he? Or is he already signed to Marvel?
That's the thing. Has he been cast as Adam? We will find out.
Yeah.
And the last little thing we have is Snyder's working on storyboards for future Justice League. Is something going on that we don't know about yet?
Or is he just preparing, just in case? So that when they go, would you like to do this? He's like, well, here's something I prepared.
Here's everything that I've already done. I've scripted the whole movie. It's done. The next 3 installments are all done, dusted.
I'm ready to start shooting. I need this much money.
Ben Affleck said, yep. Henry's coming back. I mean, what more do you want?
Joe Manganiello's right there.
He's right there as Deathstroke.
He's been staying here the whole time in full armor.
Why did they not put him in Justice League? I mean, not Justice League, Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I know.
I'm a little bit upset with James Gunn on that. You've got Manganiello, who's like probably one of the perfect casting for any character ever.
Probably because Peacemaker took his role.
I would love to see Slade just walk up to him with a sword and just go straight across the throat.
Oh,
Just see ya.
oh,
No one can see John Cena anymore, can they?
oh my
Because
God.
he's dead.
Well, James Gunn's currently shooting that. So I saw something the other day. Someone's like, what's the status of Peacemaker? And he literally put up a photo of himself, like right from that second, sitting in front of 3 monitors. You're like, I'm shooting it right now. Back off for a second.
He's wicked with the trolls.
Oh,
He's
I
awesome
love
with
him,
it.
eh?
It's
Well,
like, here's how it's going. He's got his thumb over the picture of the monitor. It's like, yeah. Well done, mate.
Fun facts with Anthony. Found out.
No,
that,
you only get one.
Here he goes again. Just in case I don't do it next week because I'm too tired.
You get a double installment this week.
James Gunn wrote the first Scooby-Doo movie that had like Linda Cardellini.
Yep. Freddie Prinze Jr.,
Matthew Lillard.
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yeah. All them in it. He wrote that. Oh, and Isla Fisher was in it as
There
well.
you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I had no idea James Gunn wrote that, but there it was. After the credits came up, bang, written, produced by James Gunn. I was like, wow, look at you go in 2002, James Gunn writing Scooby-Doo. No wonder it was actually a decent movie.
Was it?
It was.
Okay.
Yeah. Rowan
take-
Atkinson was in it too.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, that was good. For a kids movie.
We also have Weta has released a sort of off-the-cuff look at Desaad
Yeah, now they're
with
doing
his creepy-looking arm, because they're doing all the stuff for it. So that's why
Yeah.
the visual effects are going to be great.
It's
You know, the
gonna-
characters are going to look. I mean, you've seen from the newest little teaser trailer that they've released. I like these little teasers that they're throwing out because they're not giving too much away, but we're getting. It's more focused around Darkseid. We saw his Omega beams finally, which is amazing. He looks awesome. Awesome. Even in that where people were like, "Oh, he looks crap because he's got this glowing thing." No, that was a hologram. Guys, stop being worried about that. That was Steppenwolf talking to the. I think it could be. Now I could be completely off. Cyborg is projecting that dark side
Oh, yeah.
thing. I don't know though. He could be pulled apart and being held there, and so that's Darkseid's coming
Jeez,
through
that'd be weird.
Cyborg,
Yeah.
which would be awesome.
Yeah.
Very accurate.
Oh, God, it'd be devastating. Anyway, what else do we have here? Oh, speaking of really cool visual effects, we got a rating for Mortal Kombat, which looks really good. We're getting little shots again from that,
It's come out as R-rated.
which we thought it would be.
I mean, is anyone surprised?
R.
From the trailer,
Yeah.
the
The
red
Red
band
Band
trailer, which says R-rated,
Yeah.
you see Scorpion put his little thing through someone's head and then pull him and snap his neck. I mean, that says R-rated right there, doesn't it? Is this
Sounds
a
like a
surprise
different
to
movie I
anyone?
watched. Scorpion put his little thing in someone's head.
You also see Sub-Zero freeze off Jax's arms and make them
Yeah.
explode on him.
Yeah.
It's like, that's R-rated, guys.
Guys, this movie's looking great. I'm psyched for this.
Get over here.
Mate, speaking of movies I'm getting psyched for, Godzilla and King Kong's tickets are on sale. If anyone wants to book early for that.
Oh, you mean the thing that Funko also have redone things again for?
Yeah, Funko.
Idiots.
Funko's dropped a character who's been speculated. He's there. We've got him anyway.
We already knew.
We knew. We speculated.
But Funko just
Mechagodzilla
cemented it and
out
gone here.
there. Here is Mechagodzilla.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, Funko. Anyway, my boy's going to be so psyched about that. But event cinemas and stuff like that, Hoyt's even. So this movie comes out on the 25th.
Roger.
And they're selling tickets for the 24th.
I don't know. The more I'm seeing about it, the less excited I am about it.
Oh, man. Just
I don't know.
don't think too much into it. That's the key with these ones. Just go watch Godzilla and King Kong fight. That's all you're doing.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the others.
I don't know. I just
And possibly Mechagodzilla now.
well, no. There's no possible. It is. It's 100%.
Mechaghidorah would be good.
Didn't we already
King
see?
Ghidorah.
We saw him in the trailer.
Yeah. Above the
Like,
red.
across the city, you see there's red on the chest. It's like,
And
well,
then
that's not
his-
Godzilla.
And then his
The thing in the background behind the dude's
computer screen
Yeah,
of him
it's like,
charging up. Yeah.
Idiots.
Anyway.
Very spoiled in the trailer. But
yeah.
Funko just went, nah, here we go. Well, I'll spoil it for real.
This is what we know, guys.
This is exactly what he looks like.
It's funny that, like, for WandaVision, they didn't spoil it. They had lots of spoilers, but they literally released them every week the show was on. They went, and now here's the Funko from it. And now here's Pietro.
Yeah.
Now here's White Vision.
Yeah, because when you got Mickey's snipers looking at you, it's like, okay, we'll just relax.
Whereas no one's scared of Warner Brothers.
No one's scared of Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers is like, please put something out for us.
Get people hyped and ruin everything because it's what we like to do best.
We don't
ruin
care.
stuff.
What else do you have here? Oh, we got a Zantanna movie TV.
They're not sure whether it's going to be. Now we've had a little picture of different symbols for things that are getting put up everywhere.
So this was an AT&T conference call that I got a screenshot from. That I popped in the thing, which was they were talking about all the different Warner Brothers DC projects that they're currently kind of running on.
Yep.
Which we've got a breakdown of that. We've got, let's have a look. Obviously the TV shows, so Flash, Batwoman,
Superman and Lois,
Harley
Quinn.
Harley Quinn, yep, so the animated one is there as well.
I do like the Peacemaker title.
Yeah.
It's very just plain.
Well, some of these might not be the actual titles as well, because look at the Superman and Lois one. That's not.
It's the same font.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
But running through, so this is pretty much everything they're working on. So we've got, have you noticed there's 2 Suicide Squads?
Yeah, one's a game. Because you've got Gotham Knights there as well.
Yeah.
So the bottom Suicide Squad in the bottom corner is the movie.
Oh,
that one's the game.
Can I take your attention to the bottom right hand corner?
Super Pets.
Super Pets.
Yeah, we knew that was coming.
I know, but we haven't heard anything about it for a long time.
Because it's a cartoon.
I'm psyched to see it.
It's an animated
What's
thing.
Superhero High?
No idea, don't care.
Right.
Probably something on CW.
So anyway.
I said I would stop, but I can't help it.
Bat Wheels is about the cars, I believe.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yep.
So it's like a Cars version of that. I'm keen for that.
100%.
Green Lantern, Black Adam.
Now, Green Lantern's coming from
Jeff Johns,
HBO Max, isn't it?
Yeah. Aquaman 2, Static Shock, Blue Beetle, Batgirl. Batgirl are getting there again. I thought they got cancelled.
Don't know.
What's happening there?
I don't know. We've also got Batwoman as well.
So that's a TV show.
Oh, they haven't cancelled it yet?
No.
Okay.
Teen Titans Go, still kicking around apparently.
Yeah, they're still pumping that out.
Gotham City Police Department.
Yeah, GCPD. Well, that's Matt Reeves' one.
Right. What's DMZ?
Demilitarized zone, I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure.
DMZ. If anyone knows what that is, hit us up. Probably Ryan will let us know. Supergirl.
Shazam.
Which is obviously getting cancelled as well. Or it's finished.
Yeah, you can't say it's getting cancelled. That didn't get cancelled. That ran its course.
Yep, Shazam, Fury of the Gods. Pretty much everything there. That's all the DC stuff we've got to look forward to. I say that with a look forward to. Hey, Aquaman 2 is a working title. Necros.
That reminds me of something. Someone's dead. Who's dead?
Ooh, close.
Ooh.
Yeah. Necros. So this is just a working title.
Or bringing someone from the dead?
Yeah. So, yeah.
Necromancy.
That's what you're thinking of, yeah. It's also Negro. Black is where it comes from as well.
That's racist.
This is where we're going with it, man. I'm sorry. But that's what the term comes from, and it's because it was an ancient city like Atlantis.
I feel like, can I say that?
You can.
Am I allowed to say that?
You can, because we're talking about colour, not race.
Okay, cool.
So it's a city like Atlantis, which exists in I think it's the Black Sea, which is how it gets its name.
Is that the real salty one?
I believe so.
The Black Sea that you can float in?
Yeah. No, it's the Dead Sea.
That's the Dead Sea.
Yeah.
Roger.
And it's on
which works for Necro. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's on a shelf or something, and the city itself moves, and is only visible like half of the year or something. So no one knows where it is when they go back to it. It's not there, all that kind of stuff.
So it's like Hell on Wheels, the moving town.
So it's like Atlantis, but you can never find it even if you do find it once. And they go to war with Atlantis. That's
rude. They know where Atlantis is, and these guys are playing the shell game. That's not fair.
Pretty good.
Just moving around. You thought we were there, we're not.
Anyway, that's the working title. Whether it's just because that's a random title they thought they can give to Aquaman that's kind of like Atlantis but isn't. But what would be interesting is if they do go that way, because we know that James Wan is a big fan of his horror.
Who we love.
Yeah.
We do love him.
And look, Aquaman 2 didn't really get that horror element much except for that trench scene.
That was scary.
Yeah. That
was scary. Like those things looked beautiful.
But in saying that, if they're going the way of Necros.
What are you talking about? Annabelle was in it.
What are you talking about?
Did you not catch Annabelle, the doll?
Oh, yeah.
In the container.
Look, no,
She's hanging out there.
But if they're going the way of Necros,
we
get a lot more of the trench scene kind of thing.
You reckon it could be a bit more scarier.
Yeah.
R-rated Aquaman too.
I don't know. I just think more horror.
Is he going to lose his arm?
Oh, how cool would that be?
And get a hook?
Oh, yes. Please do that. Yes. That sounds awful, doesn't it? Yes, please cut off Jason
Please
Momoa's
lose your arm.
But it's cool. It's really cool. Yeah, man. I think that's pretty much all. Oh, the Batman finished filming.
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah.
It's done.
So that's moving.
No,
on.
you've forgotten one whole big thing there, mate.
Coke Bear.
Your Coke Bear. Come on.
Bear.
Your favourite thing on the list.
Guys, Coke Bear.
Coke Bear. We've got Cocaine Bear.
This was Brian Duffield, who wrote, he's written a bunch of stuff, obviously, but he put up, because the trend on Twitter and all these other social media sites lately were how I began, how I finished, or how I am now. And it shows like where you started, where you got to.
Yep.
So he put up a picture of him sending an article to his friend saying, this is an article about Coke Bear, which was a bear in America somewhere who found a massive stash of cocaine and no one could get near it because the bear would attack everyone who got close to it because the bear was protecting this stash of cocaine. That's a big story. And he sent this to his mate being like, hey, we should make this into a movie. And his mate replies with, yeah, right.
Yeah, why not?
So he's gone, that's how we started. Literally a screenshot of the text chain that did that.
It's perfect.
To announcing Elizabeth Banks going to direct it. So, I'm not across Elizabeth Banks directing things, but how did
a Charlie's Angels go, mate?
Coke Bear. I'm on board for that. Let's watch Coke Bear. What else do we have here? Miscellaneous news. Let's jump into miscellaneous news, man. We kind of covered.
We've covered two of them, so let's just go for year one.
All right.
You're excited about it?
Comic book readers, get around me. I think it's sad that we have to put comic book news into miscellaneous, but here we are.
Well, why don't we get rid of games and we'll just replace that with comics?
Because I'm not reading as much as I should be. I should
That's
get
a fair
into reading
point.
more. With all the time,
and as we know, I don't read. So
all the time, you can't. That's the problem.
Can't even weed. Hip hop anonymous.
Got to go to the bloody. What was it? The Derek Zoolander Center for Kids Who Can't Read Good but Want to. Anyway, Batman. There's going to be a new Batman run written by Garth Ennis.
If
That name sounds familiar. He's the writer of The Boys. It'll be a full-on R-rated Batman run. So this is done for the Black Label, DC Black Label. So it's its own individual story. They're doing a brand new villain for it called the Reptilian. And
you mean Killer Croc?
No, the Reptilian. They specifically said he's not Killer Croc. Right?
No, because they've also said that Killer Croc's scared.
Yes.
Of this. Now, so Killer Croc ain't scared of anyone.
This thing is stalking the shadows and killing villains.
It's not only killing villains. You've got men, women, and children.
He's killing everything.
It's going after. He doesn't care.
So Batman has to try and kind of join forces with a few villains to figure out why this thing's going after them.
Joe Manganiello's Deathstroke.
Yeah.
Sorted.
And try and stop this.
Is that the movie?
Reptilian.
Is that the movie right there? Would that be a good enough movie?
Looks okay, doesn't it? Anyway, it's a cool run. It's going to be a 6-issue run. So it's a little limited series.
It's only little.
Yeah. Limited series. And yeah, there it is. Garth Ennis.
Nice.
Jumped into the world of Batman. He's done a little bit of Batman before.
The Batman.
Yeah. Oh, Liam Shark doing the pencils and stuff for it.
Yep.
So it should be good as well. Mate, I think that's our day.
That's it.
That's us done.
That's it.
Look, issue 454. Thanks for joining us.
84.
Is there anything you guys have any questions about or corrections or anything we got wrong we need to improve on? Keep it to yourself.
Because we won't listen.
No. We take everything on board and ignore it in turn. Get in touch, guys, honestly.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear from you. If there's anything you want more on, less on, let us know what to do. Other than that, keep joining us. Enjoy Snydercut when it drops this week.
We will.
And we'll be bringing you a very sleep-deprived episode next week, breaking it down.
You will. I'll be rested.
Will you?
Probably not. I'll probably watch it 5 times. Let's be real.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
You'll have it on loop.
I won't even be sleeping that night. It'll just be that straight through. Oh, and then I'll be like, oh, wait, I've got to free up an hour for Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Nah. We'll just watch it here.
Yeah. I was actually thinking about like you should just come around. We'll put it on here, and then like at every because it's broken into chapters.
Oh,
right. We'll stop at every chapter and do like a water cooler for each chapter, and then move on to the next one. No, that'd take too long.
It'd be way too long.
You would live here. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Catch you next week. Bye.